On today, YouTube, back with another one, BWI to ATXF, the channel. And if you looked at the last video, we got this double cleared by my boy Derek at APC. Go ahead, shout out to him if you have in the DMV area, need some body work done. He went ahead and got a 2-coat clear coat on here, but we need to clean this up for residual glaze for the final cutting process on his end in order to install Gyeon's Evo. Apparently this is a very high consumer grade ceramic coat, and you can look on YouTube and forums all over the place to kind of just see that unanimous discussion. In order to do this, we're gonna use Isopropyl alcohol, 91%. Diluted is gonna be 3.56 ounces to 28 fluid ounces, but that's gonna be an 8-to-1 ratio. I thought that this would be fine using Dawn, right? It's good for ducts. It should be good for, cutting compounds and glaze. That is not the case. APA is the industry recommended usage to strip down any residual oils and stuff. And you can kind of see body oils here. Not only is that body oils, but it might be some leftover glaze as mentioned. So we're gonna go ahead and spray this down and use some fresh microfiber towels to clean it up and wipe that down. And we'll go on to the Mohs process for the installation. Be sure to use some nitrile gloves because this is some intense chemicals that we're about to use, and we're gonna get into it. So for context, there was a link that was from 2010, I believe. Very good discussion. I'll leave a link to the discussion below in the description. However, this dilution ratio discussed previously, it gives about a 10% or 11% isopropyl or dilution ratio if you use a 91 isopropyl alcohol. Chemists have been consulted in that discussion, and it was said that that's really along the lines of all you need. If you use it undiluted, you're working on chemically stripping the clear coat of damage in it. Now I understand this is just a one-time thing, and you may be able to get away with it, but best practice is to use the proper dilution. And the person who posted it seems very knowledgeable that 11 to 10% was fine. You can use more if needed, but there shouldn't be too much residual needed left on this piece. For prep, it should be sufficient. So rub that down. I'll flip that over to the dry side, clean it up so you can't see any streaks of IPA. After you perform this, it's best not to touch it with your hands, gloves or not, until you're ready to apply the ceramic. Just remove the possibility of introducing more oils to the panel that you're about to work on. All right, now that's fully prepped, you can definitely see the shine now. We're gonna go ahead and apply the Mohs. The surface is prepped with that IPA. Keep in mind, you can use a specialty product in replacement of the IPA, but I'm using such a, I'm applying such a small piece of the product onto such a small piece. I think it would be a little bit overkill, especially when this is freshly cleared. This is really just to get the residual glaze off. And again, I think the IPA should be sufficient. If you're trying to remove other waxes from a paint panel that have recently been processed, I would probably recommend using the dedicated product to ensure a proper bond. But even then, an IPA may suffice, but it's really situational. So we got 3. The person I bought it from had a lot more unused portions and a brand new one. So we're going to use up the unused portion here, and it should be more than enough to get this done. We got a fresh microfiber towel here to remove the application. Mohs, you do want to apply it thick. I'll first shake it up. Make sure the contents are all good and mixed up. Gyeon has a advise that you want to apply this thick, and this does adhere to the body panel a little bit differently than what some people are used to. So this does not flash, it sweats, and hopefully you can see it on the camera. So we're gonna give it a nice little coat right here. Should be enough. And this amount should get all of these between the fins, so. It's about 44 degrees here in Maryland. I'll check the humidity, put it on the screen. But that should work for a lot of people. Get these fins. They say do not overwork this product. And because I'm getting in between these fins, it's a little bit harder. So you don't want to let it dry on the panel either. Let's give it a good coat. All right, you should be able to see the sweating here on camera, I hope. But it looks like it just got very wet. So you're gonna take your microfiber towel. This is gonna be the long neck. For me, I'm using Costco microfiber towels. And depending on the humidity, it may take a little longer for that to sweat. But as soon as you see the sweating, that's the equivalent to flashing. Go ahead, just wipe it down. Clear it off. And that has been applied. Now, this may be overkill, but I'm gonna fold it over to the other side for the shorter knot, just to make sure I get everything and there's no residual left on. And that is one coat. This was very easy to apply, and for safe measure, I'm gonna give it a 2 coat, just because, why not? Give it extra protection. It's not gonna show up on video, but it definitely gives an increased depth that was already somewhat established on the clear coat, but this definitely gives it a deeper black. And it was very easy to apply. And we're gonna go ahead on to the other side. But I'm real pleased with the end result on this side. And that's 2 coats on this side as well. And I am very impressed with the ease of application, the shine, gloss. And like I said, on the other side, it really just gives it a nice little depth to the fibers. And like Lil Wayne said, looking slicker than the lane that you bowling on. Shit, that's that. So, yeah. Excuse my car's presentation right now. It's been raining, but that's not the goal of the video. I just want to do a mock-up real quick. This is going to be good for 36 months. Cure time is at least 12 hours before you get it wet, so keep it out of elements. Ideally 24 probably, and no washing or anything for 14 days, 2 weeks. This is just a quick mock-up on how it looks. And after 1 hour of the install time, you can put a sacrificial layer of SiO2, any ceramic topper that you want. And that's going to be a sacrificial layer to prevent water spotting. I'm just going to go ahead and opt not to do that, because I'm going to just take this inside out of the elements for that full 14-day cure time. And then we'll be back with the installation video. But yeah, it's coming together. Almost final form. Been another episode of BWI to ATXF, the channel. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope this helps some. Feel free to hit the comments if you need any further discussion. Catch you next time.